Welcome back to Equacetum Gaming and our replay of Horizon Zero Dawn. Sort of picking up where we left off. When I opened the game, I had two chargers, or not chargers, broadheads, decide that they wanted to attack me. Because I was down at that campfire and they were right on the other side. So, yeah. We now have a few broadhead items. But, for today, I'm debating on whether we want to do Queen's Gambit or finish with Deep Secrets of the Earth. And, I think we want to do this one. Because I'm pretty sure this is going to end up being a 2-episode quest, unfortunately. So, we're going to do that. We are going to save meeting with Wadiv for another. Yeah, what's this? For another chance. Okay, I need to get over there. Nope, can't jump up that. Must have been something in that box that I left. Yeah, look important. Alright.
The balustrade. It's a short drop from there.
Yep. Except she never. Why? Why, Aloy? Why can't you just... Thank you. Alright. You're going down, girl. I just need you to actually be climbing.
The other side of the tower. Look for a vent.
Yep, there it is.
I see you've been here before.
Obviously. Now, it's very important that you hear what I'm about to say. I've shown you the way in, but this humble vent marks a point of no return.
Yeah, I know. There we go.
Before you descend into the depths here, you should be fully committed, equipped, and focused. No distractions. If you have errands to run, do them first or hold your peace. I won't tolerate whining. Is that clear?
Shut up,
You'll
Silence.
tolerate what I give you, Silence.
Let me
I
in.
didn't ask you along for the ride.
Alright.
I'm heading down.
I've spent a lifetime trying to uncover the secrets of this world. Where the machines came from. How the old ones achieved such marvels only to fall into silence and death. A lifetime of failure. As year by year, decade after decade, I hit walls I could not break, doors I could never breach.
Hello.
Until a Nora huntress marched out of the savage east. And voila, for her, all the deepest secrets of the earth were laid bare. I suspect you will have an easier time with this door than I did years ago.
Hold for identiscan.
One thing about this game is it kind of...
Entry authorized. Malfunction. Malfunction. Malfunction.
Are you kidding me?
You don't hear me laughing.
Shut up.
that kind of bugs me is...
Hey! Elizabeth Sobeck here! Requesting access!
Elizabeth
Access
lived in a
request
world that was
acknowledged. Root
very,
command functions available. Do you wish to proceed?
I do! Get me through this door!
very
Analyzing. Primary access
technologically
inoperable due to
advanced, and
mechanical
Aloy
failure.
comes from a
Emergency
world that
venting
is very
procedure likely to circumvent
primitive.
blockage. Do you wish to proceed?
And the genetic adaptations
Emergency venting
that
authorized.
develop over millennia in order to allow you to survive in those two very opposite worlds are quite different. So it kind of bugs me that, like, Aloy is such a talented
Guess you can't have everything.
Nora Brave / machine hunter when Elizabeth Sobek would have
Last I
never
checked, I was the one risking my life down here.
even
Yes, Father.
measured
Now, will you
close
please get moving? There's
to
so
her
much to learn in less time
compared
than I hoped.
to, like, on the athletic level. And it's like, I don't know. It's a stupid thing that I think about, but it's not. Just looking to see if we have any mushrooms down here. No. Any lootables? No. Anyways. But yeah, it's
Welcome to Project Zero Dawn.
Zero Dawn.
it's one of those things that
We
just
found
sort
it.
of
Are you really so surprised?
bugs me.
Facility
And when we were playing Greedfall, like, that's another... Pause to read, please. That's another game that ignores
diagnostics detect
genetics.
multiple failures. Attempting repair.
So, what was this room?
An entrance
And yet,
hole,
like,
perhaps?
genetics is a
Have
big
a look
part of
around.
both stories. Pause to read. Yeah, there's some magic mushrooms.
Please take a seat and wait for your name to be called. A selection of beverages and snacks are available.
A smaller room.
Alright. Another one. Pause to read. Yeah, but the average person does not think about, you know, the physical adaptations that would evolve. Pause to read again. In order to suit two different lifestyles. I mean, like, from a metabolism standpoint, thinking about the fact that Aloy is always active, always outdoors, always, you know, having to
Please
deal with
proceed into viewing room
extremes
1 for an important
in
message regarding the purpose of your
temperature and weather and environment,
What was this place?
like
A holographic
hot,
theater.
dry,
visit. ZD-01 data intact.
wet, cold,
Initiating
damp,
playback.
you know, it's... And then, meanwhile, like, Elizabeth Sobek would have been in completely climate-controlled places, probably would have had a metabolism that was used to dealing with
if Operation Enduring Victory can hold off the robots long enough. The reason I'm sure you've heard
sorry,
the
I'm trying to
rumors
shut up so that you can
that I'm
listen
the
to
one
this
who
while
spread
I'm
them,
also
and they are all
holding my
lies.
thought.
Zero Dawn is not a super weapons program, and it will not save us. Nothing will save us. Here's why. By the time the glitch was noticed, it was already too late. Nothing could stop the Pharaoh Plague. Nothing can. Its robots will continue to replicate and devour the biosphere. Life on Earth will be destroyed. Our planet reduced to a barren sphere. Global extinction is inevitable. No matter how many we kill, The robots just keep exponentially making more. If we had their deactivation codes, we could shut them all down. The entire swarm. But since their cryptographic protocols use polyphasic entangled waveforms, cracking a code set would take half a century. At best, we've got 16 months. Not exactly what you'd call a survival option. The destruction of a biosphere is not the sort of apocalypse you can wait out in a fallout shelter or a space station. There will be no Earth left to reclaim. Just a lifeless, toxic rock with several million Pharaoh robots on it, hibernating, waiting for something to eat. This is the horrible truth behind the lies of Operation Enduring Victory. My lies. Lies designed to inspire millions of innocents to sacrifice themselves in battle. Why? One reason. To buy time for you and the work you will do here. 0 Day. The day that life on Earth ceases to exist is coming fast. It cannot be stopped. The hope of Zero Dawn is that something new might come after. But I will leave it to Elizabeth Sobek to shine that thin ray of light into the darkness. Harris, out.
Anyways,
That doesn't make sense. Life on Earth didn't cease to exist.
He said it could not be stopped.
But it was. Somehow Elizabeth saved us.
no.
I've got to keep looking. Find out how she did it.
But anyways, like, Elizabeth, like, compared to Aloy being in a very, uncontrolled, very unregulated, very sporadic environment,
They got in.
Aloy,
Let nothing stop you from learning the truth.
Spread out! If it moves, kill it!
What is this place? A tomb?
Aloy would have, or Elizabeth would have, hello, jump girl, come from a very controlled environment, and, even to the point where she would have had, like, a mech suit.
Show yourself! Sharpen my
There is some mistake. I don't understand why I was brought here. Why would you show me these things?
I know that there's already a lot to take in.
In the waiting area, I was seated with a noble warrior in biophysics and a monk, I think.
Oh, come on. Do more than 11 damage.
It is very strange. And General Harris? What is he talking about? The robot swarm, the Pharaoh plague? I understand it is terrible. But it really cannot be
Data
stopped.
points. You're
Why
going
tell?
to ignore them?
My friends, my family, they have joined Operation.
Are you
Enduring
really
Victory
trying to
already.
punch me into a
It is
corner?
for nothing. Die?
Going to be
I just want
There
to
we
know
go.
why I am
Let
here.
tribal primitive
It doesn't
stuff
make
us
sense
now.
to me.
The data
you were
points.
brought here
What did
because
they
of
do?
your skill set.
No, that can't be right. I am an art historian. I know Dutch masters, Japanese calligraphy, Gerhard Richter. What does that matter now?
Yes, we are collecting data points. But yeah, like, Elizabeth would have come from a world that was very, like, conducive to a sedentary life, or whatever the word is, of just sitting around, not having to do, not having to burn a lot of calories in order to survive.
The chariot line self-replication routines. I came here thinking this was a rendition. When your people took me, I thought, about time. I've been trying to swallow the guilt every day since I've been trying to swallow
Really?
the guilt
I
every
can't
day
even
since-
craft while this plays.
Since
Would you like to take a moment?
No. I really hoped Zero Dawn was a way to undo it all. My work. And I'm sorry to say I was ever proud of it, but Ted could really sell a concept, and in the labs, in the light of creation, that first test run, when you saw they understood their own structures, could rebuild themselves from memory and light, there were no limits. God, there were no limits.
Poor guy. Alright.
Want to discuss?
Travesty.
Oof. So Mama, she was right.
Pardon?
My mother, she took her Bible real serious. Not just Texas Bible serious, Pentecostal serious. Favorite chapter? Revelations. Now, I didn't always understand her on account of all that speaking in tongues and such, but when she did use her words, there was always end times this and lake of fire that on account of sinful lifestyles. Speaking of which, mind if I smoke?
A tobacco cigarette.
Sorry, darling. My taste run classic. Compliments to your team tracked me down. Been a price on my head 18 months now. Sterling Malkeet was me, don't mind admitting. Been plenty of snakesters chasing the bounty, too. But I kept the zigging to their zag. How'd you finger me?
I believe Dr. Sobek listed you as an alpha candidate. Priority snatch and grab.
Always suspected she had a little thing for me. Hey, I don't suppose you got real coffee in this place. You know, blood coffee? Conflict cappuccinos?
Mr. Tate, I'm clearing you to proceed. Just go.
Nobody likes him. But I do, because he's a fun character.
Is accurate, yes. So these mechanical
Characters like him make stories more interesting.
people. They feed off them? Not just people. All organic matter. Every living thing dissolved into nutrients. Millennia of evolution liquefied. The miracle of life reduced to bloody biofuel. In a word, yes. Who did this? Pharaoh? That arsehole. Is he here? No, Doctor. Please. Tell him Tom Pike wants a word. Now, get off! Get off! Doctor, please. You get Ted Pharaoh in here!
Somebody hates Pharaoh.
With Suzanne Alpert, environmental scientist. Doctor?
I'm sorry, I wasn't,
Just stating your name. What were you thinking about, Doctor?
Nothing the General said, not really. I was on the Syzygy East Response Team in 2051, just after the second earthquake compromised the reactor. I still dream about it, after all these years. The red zone spreading on the imaging, slowly, so slowly, like a hand opening its fingers.
Your involvement in that event is why you were asked for by name.
Really? That's interesting. Because nothing worked. Nothing could grow there again. It was a catastrophic failure. But the red zone is a blip compared to global-scale biomass reduction. The biosphere and hydrosphere will collapse, render the Earth uninhabitable long before the robots finish us. Enduring victory can't buy time against that. So, you'd better show me what Zero Dawn really is.
She's in denial. This looks to just be a text. So, pause to wait, or pause to read. And pause again, and that's all of it. Okay. What else have we got? This one.
I'm sure you now understand the urgency of why we brought you here, Ms. Okilo.
Captain Okilo, are you trying to thank me for not resisting?
I believe we couldn't negotiate a diplomatic solution.
When it came to my country's lithium, it was always a swarm that would be sent to negotiate. Metallurgic International, U.S. Robot Command. The markings changed, but the robots were the same.
You have had considerable experience in human-robot conflict.
Yes, and I've got the prosthetic limbs to show it. Yet I continue to face this horror, even though the challenge was great. Cyber warfare. I thought Zero Dawn would be a Manhattan project to generate the deactivation codes. With the resources I had, I estimated code breaking to be a hopeless endeavor. I was almost looking forward to being proved wrong.
Unfortunately, your estimation was correct.
As your General Hera said. So then, you did not bring me here to commiserate. What is left?
Okay. And another one.
Look, let's cut the mystery. You're building a colony ship. It's obvious. And it's not gonna fly. I mean, literally. Remember the Odyssey? That multinational heap of space junk that's been in graveyard orbit since '57? That went nowhere real slow. And you have to get somewhere real fast. Do you have any idea the immensity of the challenge to prep a new colony ship in time?
To be clear, I'm not a worker on the project.
Do you even understand how few people it could save? The whole generation ship concept is not gonna happen. It's the first thing you'd abandon in favor of embryonics. For that kind of storage, we're talking a lot of bulk, a lot of power, a lot of resources. So even if you do it, even if you build it and point it at Sirius X, there's no room for people on that thing, all right?
If you could try to remain calm.
You people are crazy if you think you're getting off this rock. No one's getting off.
Medical.
Alright. We have been in all of these rooms, I think. These tunnels are leading me to nothing new. So... yeah. So I'm not even sure why they are an access point. Why are you an access point if you're not? Was there an up? No. I mean, it's cool to have tunnels, but... is that not? No. Yeah, nothing. Nothing there. Okay. Moving on, I think we've gathered all the data points. I kind of want to take the gun. If I can, just in case. I'd like to find some more mushrooms if we could.
I'll take this.
ZA-02 data intact. Initiating playback.
Alright.
Sobek. You've heard the bad news, and it's all true. The Pharaoh Plague is devouring the biosphere. Life itself will cease to exist. But does that have to be the end? What if we could give life a future? What if we could build a kind of seed from which, on a dead planet, life could blossom anew? This is the aim, the hope, of Project Zero Dawn. To create a super-intelligent, fully automated terraforming system and bring life back from lifelessness. What would such a system require? At its core, it would need a true AI, fully capable of making the trillions of decisions necessary to reconstitute the biosphere. An immortal guardian, devoted to the reflourishing of life. We call it Gaia. Mother Nature as an AI. But that's just the core of the system. She will need to be surrounded and empowered by a comprehensive suite of subordinate functions. Think of them as extensions of Gaia's mind, each dedicated to a specific purpose. Now, these aren't AIs, but make no mistake, each presents an engineering challenge more profound than anything the human species has ever before attempted. Hardware that preserves and then gestates the billions of seeds and embryos from which life will be reborn. the construction of underground facilities to hold it all. And that's just the start. We don't have to build the entire system. The beauty of a fully automated terraforming system is that it can build itself. Now, over the days to come, you'll learn how all these functions, all these pieces that you'll be working on fit
Greek
together.
mythology.
How we'll race the clock to execute our harvest initiatives, write the software, build the tech and the facilities. How we'll lock it down and seal it up before the inevitable occurs. But even more important, you'll know how it doesn't end here. How Gaia will generate those deactivation codes General Harris talked about, and build the transmission arrays to broadcast them, shutting down the Pharaoh robots for good. How Gaia will not just build, but imagine any conceivable robot it needs to do its work across centuries. From detoxifying the Earth's ravaged atmosphere and poisoned seas, to the regreening of the Earth from cryopreserved seed stalks, to rewilding the Earth with animal life. And then, when all that is done, how a new generation of human beings, spawned at cradle facilities around the globe, will partake of Apollo, the vast archive of human knowledge and cultural achievement from which they will learn of us, our world. And most important, how not to repeat our mistakes. It's not an impossible dream. It is within our grasp if we work tirelessly and stop at nothing to achieve it. We can't stop life from ending. But if you will help me, help Gaia, we can give it a future. Join me and help make that future real.
Okay.
The whole Earth destroyed, but then remade?
Yes. By a machine. A machine of creation.
Elizabeth did.
Sorry. All right. Pause to read. Pause to read. Pause to read.
This. For life. For us. But why Hades then? If it was part of Gaia, how did it end up in the wreckage of a Pharaoh robot?
Pause to read. Pause to read. And pause to read.
And why does it want to kill me? And Apollo, the archive of knowledge, what happened to that?
I'm as confused as you are. Maybe the answers lie ahead.
Yeah, so let's do this.
Of course I'll do it. To be given the opportunity to rebuild what the damage that I don't feel worthy of it, but I will do it, absolutely.
I want to stress that this was never about your culpability.
It is to me. Dr. Sobek, Margot, they were smart to get out of Pharaoh when they did, but not one of us took it as a warning sign. It just told ourselves they weren't cut out for the BTRI cabals. That's the better than rapid innovation. Better at competing, better than the next guy, a better killing machine. It's just amazing how a century and a half of science fiction did nothing to swerve our species from the path of doom. I mean, I'm done with that life. I mean, I will work hard, twice as hard to earn this, for my family to have a place in Elysium. I never thought that there could be, atonement.
Okay. Next audio.
If you're still nauseous. No, the inhibitors have kicked in. I can't feel the back of my tongue. I wish I could tell you I'd believe in this, but the damage is too great, too extensive, too complete. With all respect to Dr. Sobek's work at Miriam, no.
No, life doesn't always find a way to keep going. Sometimes it never comes back. Like Syzygy East. Like the Congo. Like Timor. Like us. That's our reward? A buried city full of terminal patients waiting out the clock?
Mm-hmm.
Grow old together with your loved ones in safety. I don't have loved ones. I suppose I could start a family? I'm afraid not. All inhabitants of Elysium will be medically sterilized. A habitat capable of sustaining a starting base of 2,000 individuals for up to 100 years is a huge challenge, Dr. Alpert. If the population grows instead of diminishes, everyone will be dead inside 30 years. I knew it. I just couldn't bring myself to say the words. I'm sorry? Finish it. Medical euthanasia. I want no part of this. I just want it over. I see. Protocols require a 48-hour waiting period, after which...
Okay.
Is he to make sure I behave this time?
Alert.
Security, for your protection. Would you like to discuss how you're feeling?
Sure. I'll tell you. Surprised. No, flabbergasted. Like my own man would say, flabbergasted. That vein pumping in his forehead. I thought you people were just completely underprepared for a spaceflight project. But now I can see it's worse. Much worse. Sobek is a total fantasist, a dangerous fantasist. He's kind of blue skying. It's... Jesus. I'm sorry we wasted each other's time. I'm ready to leave now.
I'm afraid that's not possible.
Everything you're talking about here isn't possible.
I recommend you read the documents regarding your options.
I've seen enough. I'm getting out of here. What are you... You don't... Get your hands off me!
It's the morgue. Why are there no bodies in the morgue? What else is around here? Anything? No. Alright, we'll leave that behind. Was there anything on that side? No, because that wall is, or that door is shut. Grab some more mushrooms. Okay. Next. It is a dark abyss.
Intruder! Get her!
Whatever you do, don't die now.
Alright, maybe I do want my thing. Hello, you want to come play with me?
Not this place!
Hello, are you gonna come out or no? There. Any more of you assholes waiting around for me? No? Alright, well I'm gonna drop this one because there's gonna be some new ones that are gonna be full of ammo.
Zero Dawn. It is art, in a way. An expression on the grandest scale. But there is so much unfairness. Why was I chosen? Was it decided by committee?
Is there
By
another
algorithm?
I've
My
done this
family
before.
will be saved because
Just
I
in my
happen to
focus.
graduate in art history? Is this right?
Dr. Sauvé? Christina Sauvé?
Yes. I met a man, another historian. His fields are Bauhaus and the New Materialists. But he once attended one of my talks. Another unfair chance.
of all the many people in that auditorium that we should both be here now. And yet, I feel more accepting of my fate. No, it is not fair, not at all. But for the sake of my family, for the sake of art. Art is alive. It must be able to speak from beyond history and echo in
I'm
the
gonna
future,
scan the next
not
one.
perish into oblivion.
Now, those lame FBI black hats at Mockingbird back in the day, I enjoyed schooling them. But maybe I went in too hard on this poor counselor. She was cute, and just going down a checklist after all. Couldn't expect her to see how ridiculous Zero D's ambitions are. God's own budget thrown at a kid playing with a hologram sculptor? Palms up, honey. I'm just calling it like it is. Hey, look, Mom, I'm making nature. Now, if nature is so important, why not let nature take its course? Extinction? That's natural. Zero Dawn? No, ma'am, that ain't. Heck, it's so unnatural to be called an abomination back home, and you know it. That's why you're hiding it. Meanwhile, my little honey of a counselor, she's munching the inside of her cheek. Bad habit. She chewed one of her nails, too, just one. Not your day, was it, little sweet pea?
Need to find
Saw her quota slipping away. Said, I assume you intend to decline the assignment, Mr. Tate. You kidding me? 18 months hard labor in exchange for 30 years lounging around Elysium watching porn? Sign me up.
Okay, it is upside down, so we have down, left, up, right, down. Down. No, that is for the other side. Okay. Left, up, left, down, right. Okay.
Done. I should check the door nearby.
There. That one's good. Did we listen to this one?
I'm done with Brett's incompetence, okay? Somehow, he managed to install an H-emitter node backwards. Everything's in reverse. I don't get paid to clean up Brett's messes. If you want it fixed, send him up to storage for a new emitter, not me. Parker out.
Alright. We need to find a fuel cell for the missing one over there, I think. Alright, ladder. Crouch, Aloy. What is...
Found one.
There
Looks
we go.
intact.
Guess I can jump down here. Now. Install. Why is that Q instead of E? Everything else is E. Alright, so down, left, up, right, down. Hello. Down. Left. Up. Right. And down.
That did it. Door should have power.
There we go.
Now to see what lies beyond it.
Except I want to go get the storage box that is up there. Hello. Aloy, get... So there is a storage box up there. I forgot about the line. Where's the ladder? Here it is. Okay. Yeah, nothing good. At least compared to what I could be grabbing.
Try me now.
Or what it could have. Would have been nice if it would have had like some weaves and coils. I don't get to keep the fire starter, you ass.
Eclipse. They're here.
Avoid contact.
Lines look good.
Gaia. It's up there. Second floor.
Can you reach it?
So much for avoiding contact.
Alright, it's not going to let me.
Incoming.
Damn it! I hate that when I hit Q to use the freaking healing herbs, it, like, if I do anything else, it cancels it out. That is just BS. Why do I have those arrows? There's that. What's the other one? But moving on, me, you ass. That went much better the second time around. Okay. I need to tag these guys so I know how many are out there. No. Where are you, you ass? There you are.
Area inaccessible. Elevators non-operational.
Damn it.
Stairwells have collapsed.
Hello. They're up above. Get out of there. There's that one dead. And there's that one dead. Alright, let us gather what we can from these guys. Get through that hallway.
Room's clear. For a moment, anyway.
Then get moving. You have to find Gaia.
I am trying, you ass. Leave that one. I can find Gaia, I just... No, I don't want the Deathbringer gun. I want to...
Luck's with me.
Dude, quit dropping it when you turn around and just loot the body. Now drop it. Because it's too damn heavy. Looted that guy. There's more over here. Okay. What about the ones up top? Because they have good stuff. I don't think I can get there from down here. The guy is up there, so I'll end up there. Okay. Anything around here that I need to check out?
Hello, I'm Margot Shen, and this is Hephaestus. As the name might tip you off, this is going to be the subordinate function that Gaia will use to make lots and...
Alright. Pause to read. And pause again.
Lots of robots.
Okay.
Her personal forge. Except, it's not that simple. So like, you probably noticed that only about a third of you are robotics engineers. The rest, experts in machine cognition, virtual heuristics, that stuff. Well, that's because we aren't going to be the ones designing and building robots. The last thing we want is to burden Gaia with a bunch of outmoded 21st century designs. A waste of time. Our purpose is to empower Gaia to build the robots, and not just...
Okay, pause to read. And the last line is just a signature. There you go.
Build, imagine, from scratch. Any robot she needs for any conceivable purpose, designed and fabricated at a snap of a finger. Hers. Perfect.
Yeah.
So, Hephaestus isn't really the forge. It's...
Whatever. Anyways, I need to head upstairs. Okay. They're up. How do I get to those bodies? I think they're over there. No, one of them's here. Nice. Slide shine
I
glass.
think this is it. Elizabeth Sobek's office.
And
It's sealed off.
desert
There's
glass.
got to be a way inside.
Keep looking.
I'm looking.
Careful now.
More Eclipse. Alright, yeah, lots more Eclipse. I'm just going to wander a little further. We'll tag all of them later. Okay. This might seem a little odd, but this is going to be where we stop for this episode. I can get Aloy in some decent lighting. I don't think decent lighting exists in this game, or in this area. But anyways, yeah, we're going to call it here and finish this in the next episode. So if you've enjoyed this one, please give it a like. Consider subscribing. Check out some of the other series on the channel. Come find me over on Rumble at Ep.51 Wild. And Aloy and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.